The Cleveland Cavaliers might have lost their first preseason game, but there was a ton of great things to take away from it, including a breakout performance from Evan Mobley. Now I'm joking, obviously you can't have a breakout performance in preseason, but this was everything we've been hoping to see from Mobley, and he looked like a brand new player under Kenny Atkinson's offense, and so we have to break down what happened in this game. Now if you've been watching my channel, then you know I've been calling for Mobley to get more opportunities facing and going towards the basket, rather than posting him up. And the Cavs themselves have talked all summer about this, so on the very first possession, we see that they really intend to expand Mobley's offensive game this season. Right away he gets a touch above the break and goes to work attacking the baseline. Now we see him turn his back to the basket because he does have a smaller defender on him, but allowing Mobley to get some momentum charging downhill before he puts his body into somebody is a lot better than asking him to outmuscle his opponent from the block. Now keep in mind with all of this that it's only preseason and we will have to wait and see if his confidence translates to the actual games. It's not just Mobley who needs to remain assertive, but it will be important to watch if the full team stays committed to Atkinson's vision. Because in game 1 of the preseason, the ball was moving, everyone felt involved, the Cavs were getting into their sets early and often, life was good. But the true test will always come when things get tough on a random night in the regular season, so again, take everything with a grain of salt here, but let's continue looking at the film from last night. And so this next set of plays stood out to me because the Cavs decided to put Mobley in a pair of inverted pick and rolls. And just to clarify, an inverted pick and roll is when the big man is receiving the ball screen rather than a guard. Stuff like this can be useful when you have an athletic big like Mobley or even Allen who can charge downhill and create some chaos. So on this first possession, it's a little more complicated than just an inverted pick and roll. We have Mitchell initiating the action while Mobley is setting a screen for Allen. Now it's important that Mitchell has the ball to start here because Chicago's defense is primarily concerned with containing him on this first action. So when Allen gets the ball and flips it to a handoff and screen for Garland, Mobley is able to slip behind the defense and roll straight to the basket because everyone is concerned with how Allen is playing with the two guards up top. And so this is just a creative way to fool the defense, and it's a misdirection and sweet pass from Garland to finish it off. Later on in the second quarter, we saw something a little more simple and realistic. This is a play I'd expect we see way more of than the previous one. This is basically just a straight up inverted pick and roll. Strus is setting the screen for Mobley. And the reason why this is effective is because Mobley gets the step downhill, draws in two defenders, and now he can swing it up top to Max Strus, who makes the one more extra pass for a wide open attempt. This is good, simple offense, but surprisingly, we didn't see much of it under JB Bickerstaff. We saw a lot of the two-man games, but it was rare that Mobley would be the one handling the rock with the guard screening for him. So obviously, Kenny Atkinson is looking to get more out of Mobley in his offensive system. Just to replay this, it's not just the inverted pick and roll that works here. It actually starts with a dribble handoff to get the defense moving, and we have Allen on the backside diving to the basket to apply even more pressure. This stuff away from the play is very important because under JB, the Cavs felt like a stationary team that didn't have many other alternatives other than the primary action taking place up top. And so this was just a job well done, even though Darius, you do have to hit that shot, buddy. Now we're going to wrap up with two more plays here, and these are the standout moments of the night for me. First, we have Mobley launching himself out of the corner to attack a slower defender, and then he leaps off the wrong foot and throws it down with the left hand. There's not any X's or O's to break down here. This is just an awesome move from a 7-footer who feels confident and strong enough to attack with authority rather than some of the timid drives we saw from Mobley in the past. And packaging all that together, here's the play of the night where Mobley grabs the rebound and then says, you know what, I'm bringing this up the floor myself. And just to hit pause real quick, we'll come right back to this play. Mobley did push and transition a handful of times in this game, and that's something we should highlight because he would only do that, I don't know, maybe once or twice a month last season, and that goes for almost everything we saw from him in this preseason game. Mobley was trying things that we normally would only see him do on rare occasions, but now he was doing it every other play. And this ties into a quote from Donovan Mitchell during training camp where he said basically the same thing. We've seen flashes from Evan Mobley, but this is the season we think he's going to put it all together consistently. And so back into the play, Mobley gets the rebound and starts coasting up the floor. Then he switches gears and explodes past his defender. Then he takes the bump and finishes through contact for an and one play. Now Mobley said after the game that he feels he has more control and power going up with his shots after adding muscle in the offseason. He even referenced this specific play and said that he felt really strong on the finish, and that's the confidence we've been hoping to see from Evan Mobley. Listen, you never want to get carried away with a preseason game, but this was a standout performance and it was worth breaking down. If you enjoyed this breakdown, then please go ahead and hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment. I really appreciate that support, and it lets me know that this is the type of content that I should keep on doing. And with all that being said, go Cavs.